Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Quiet Riddle. I appreciate you stopping by our little spot to chill out with us today. By the way, if you like the music on this channel, go to our YouTube music channel at DRIZZLER Works Music, or just click on the link in this video. Your support helps other good people like yourself. So with that said, have you ever been in a relationship that felt cosmic? Like you'd finally found the missing piece of your soul? The connection is so intense, so electric, it feels like destiny. You look at this person and you see a God, a savior, the answer to every question you've ever had about yourself. And then almost without warning, it flips. The God becomes a stranger. The savior becomes a source of your deepest pain. The magnetic pull becomes a force of repulsion, so strong it feels like a physical sickness. What was once addictive is now repulsive. This isn't just a breakup. This is a psychic inversion. And for an empath, this is one of the most profound and painful rites of passage there is. Today, we're going to dive deep into this phenomenon. We're going to explore why this happens, and more importantly, what it means. And to do that, we have to take a trip back in time to the mind of the great Carl Jung. Because Jung gave us the map to this strange, terrifying, and ultimately liberating territory. What you experienced in that initial, intoxicating phase wasn't love. Not really. It was projection. Jung believed we all have unconscious parts of ourselves. He called the hidden, disowned part of our personality the shadow. But we also have a divine counterpart. For men, it's the Anima, the unconscious, feminine inner personality. For women, it's the Animus, the unconscious, masculine inner personality. These aren't just concepts. They are living energies within our psyche. And when we meet someone who embodies the qualities of our animus, or our shadow, we don't just see them, we project our entire inner world onto them. Think of it like this. You have a blank canvas inside you, your anima or animus. It holds all your potential for creativity, intuition, courage, wisdom, all the things you feel you lack. Then you meet a person who seems to have it all. So you don't just see them, you frantically start painting your hopes, your dreams, your spiritual destiny onto them. They become a screen for your movie. This is why the connection feels so fated. It is fated. It's the fate of your unconscious to meet its reflection in the outer world. The empath is uniquely gifted at this. For an empath, the projection isn't just visual. It's a total, somatic, psychic takeover. You don't just think they are your destiny. You feel it in your bones. But here's the secret. The people we are most intensely attracted to are almost always walking embodiments of our deepest, most painful core wound. Your core wound is the original injury. The moment in childhood, usually before age 6, when you made a devastating conclusion about yourself to survive pain. You were shamed for crying. My sensitivity is a weakness. You were only loved for achievements. I am only lovable when I am perfect. You had a narcissistic parent. My needs don't matter. This conclusion becomes the ghost in your machine. Your psyche is compelled to find people who will let you reenact this wound, hoping that this time you will finally win the love you were denied. So you meet someone. Let's say your wound is, I am not allowed to have my own power. Your psyche will find the perfect person to project this onto. It will find someone who appears to be the most powerful, confident, healed person you have ever met. This is the most dangerous projection. You see their wholeness and think, they have what I lack. If I can just merge with them, their power will rub off on me. They will heal me. You fall in love with their power. But you're not in love with them. You're in love with the idea of your own healing. They are the medicine, and you are desperately ill. The empath feels all of this on a deep level. You feel their energy field, and it feels like a safe harbor. You are projecting your wounded child onto them, begging them to be the parent you never had. This is the setup for the great betrayal. The relationship follows a predictable pattern. First, bliss. They are perfect. This is because they are successfully playing the role you have cast them in. But a human being cannot sustain a projection. They have a bad day. They get irritable. They fail to read your mind. For you, the empath, this is a catastrophic failure. The screen is flickering. Your psyche screams, fix it! Do whatever it takes to get them back in the role. If you can just be the perfect patient, the doctor will heal you. This is the codependent dance. But they will fail. Everyone does, because they are not your savior. They are just a person with their own wounds that you are now triggering. The flip happens the moment the projection shatters, and it almost always happens when the empath begins to heal. The turning point is never them changing, it's you changing. It starts small. You set a tiny boundary, you say no, you allow yourself to feel your anger. Each tiny act of self-honoring is a vote for you. It's a declaration that your needs matter. With every vote, the energy you were siphoning to prop them up comes back to you. As your inner power grows, you no longer need them to be powerful for you. As you validate your own sensitivity, you no longer need them to be a rock. You start to see them clearly for the first time. Without the projection, the screen goes blank, and you are left looking at a stranger. You see their flaws, their selfishness, their own deep-seated insecurities. You see that they were never a god, they were just a mirror. And this is when the attraction flips. Instantly, the very thing that drew you to them, their perceived power, now looks like arrogance. It looks like a cheap imitation of the real power you are now cultivating in yourself. The magnetic pull becomes a force of repulsion because their energy is no longer a match for yours. Being around them feels like wearing someone else's uncomfortable clothes. This is the Jungian process of individuation, becoming a whole self. The flip is the painful moment of retrieval. Your psyche is yanking back its power, its anima, its wounded child. It's all coming back to you, and it leaves them empty. This is why the breakup is so vicious. The other person has no idea what happened. From their perspective, you were the adoring fan, and suddenly, you're a stranger who looks at them with disgust. They feel abandoned and crazy. They will accuse you of changing, of being a monster. And you did change. You woke up. You took your power back. You stopped asking them to be your parent, and you finally decided to become your own. The flip isn't a sign that you are cruel. It's a sign that you are healing. It is the most profound act of self-love there is. It hurts like hell. But on the other side of that death is you, the real you. And that is the real happily ever after. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. See you in the next video.